Before we get started with any concrete framework, I'd like to introduce you to the first principles thinking. If you're in a crowded market or you're a service brand that needs to always be called a MeToo brand, hear me out. This is something that's going to help you. All you have to do is deep dive into what exactly is your brand and is your solution meant for. First principles thinking helps you avoid being a Me Too brand, and it's been advocated by the great thinkers of the world. Elon Musk has also mentioned the use of first principles thinking in many of his business projects. So let's see what it is. It is all about questioning with simple questions. Why not, how, what if, and you could use the 5 W's and 1 H also while chatting with any of your Gen AI tools and constantly nudge them on how we can solve this problem better. How can you position yourself? It'll be a long chat, but let me just condense it into a simple prompt. And also, let me tell you, that's not going to be the end of it. I urge you to go back and nudge and play around with these Gen AI tools by constantly questioning them. So here we are. Here's a prompt that says, apply first principles thinking to derive a list of content ideas that I could use to attract my target audience and to help them purchase the product that helps them solve that particular product. The same rule applies here to paste the information that you already have, or if you're in a context window, you can nudge it right there. And there's an extension to that which says you can go back to the Gen AI tool and ask what questions should we chat so that we're able to derive at the first principles. So let's see and try using these two prompts and see how it's going to work for us. So I'm here back in the same window and I'm tweaking this prompt a bit because I'm in the context window, asking for it to apply first principles thinking. And I said, for the target audience mentioned in the last 10 to 12 prompts above, so that they use or purchase my product, right? I could also mention the brand name if I have it, which is called Speed Booster, that helps them solve their website performance problems, right? Now, applying first principles, it has broken down a lot of ideas. You see that it has highlighted that we should be able to understand the fundamental needs and goals of the target audience. And here are some of the content ideas derived from the first principles. You see? Now I'm going to nudge it with another prompt as we saw earlier. This prompt really helps when you're in the void. You don't know what questions to ask, and you ask the same question back to these Gen AI tools and say, what questions should we chat if we should be able to derive at the first principles? And here it is. These are the number of questions that you can shoot back at ChatGPT or Claude AI or Gemini and say that, hey, wow, how can we play around with any of these things pertaining to my particular brand? Copy paste it, save it, and start chatting with it. Drop in your comments about how any of these questions have worked in the community section. I'd love to see how it has worked for you and happy to help wherever you're stuck.